我怕我看不到，因为我是个这个灯，我就是什么都看不到。我很黑吗？那是最重要是。
这是我们说一些。
有录吧？现在不是在录吧？
现在有在录。
哦，
是当花絮的。
但是我们有3个小时嘛，今天。
What？
Just in case 我们没有。
3个小时。
是吗？
Hello and welcome back to a very long-awaited episode. Very sorry for the delay. Today we have a returning guest, Jose. I'm sure you recognize him because he's been in our past 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And today we'll be talking about astrology. So, do you guys know anything about astrology?
Not really.
I know I'm Aries.
Okay, that's a good start. Okay, so yes.
That's why I'm wearing a red shirt today.
Yeah, because it's an Aries color. So, Jose's Aries.
That's all I know, basically.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a good start. And then I'm Pisces, and then
Virgo.
Yes. So a very eclectic range of signs here. And since I'm the only, a bit of a disclaimer, I'm not a professional astrologist, but it is one of my hobbies that I take very seriously. So I will sort of hold a pop quiz for Jose and Wing today to see how much you guys know.
Sounds good. That's what I want on the Friday morning.
When did you guys take your astrology reading?
I did it last night.
Okay,
Yeah, just this morning.
Yeah. So a lot of I see a lot of highlights on their PDF. Very.
Oh, you have highlights?
Because I was reading it last night and it's just like, a
I
bunch
just
of words.
Are we studying for something?
I read it last night, but I don't remember much anymore. But
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Like
We'll
a
see.
lecture.
It is.
Okay,
yeah.
right. So pop quiz, guys, students. Right. So who wants to go first? Any preference?
Can we just go together?
or how about we like 倒快 like
全打台.
yeah speed.
Okay, sure,
Okay,
sure.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So first question. The 3 signs that people pay most attention to are sun, moon, and rising. What aspect of your personality does your rising, aka ascendant, sign represent?
Wow.
Wait, it's multiple choice.
Okay. That's better.
Yeah.
It's just like dead air. Sorry, we failed to answer your question. First one.
Yes.
And that's the first one too. Okay, let's go.
Alright, so,
Give us the choices.
A, the world or life view of your generation. B, how you present yourself in public or others' first impression of you. So A or B, your ascendant sign.
B. The first one.
B.
A.
Yes, B is the correct answer is B.
What was B?
So
First impression? Okay.
Yeah, so your rising sign or ascendant sign is basically your when you first meet other people, what their first impression of you, or how you prefer to carry yourself in public. So like what sort of appearance you want to portray.
Okay.
Personality wise.
Mm.
Right. So second question. What aspect of your personality does your moon sign represent? A, how you emotionally react to things, or B, how your personality shifts during nighttime.
Oh.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you were quicker, so like by millisecond.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, right? Moon sign, how you internalize or react to things, but guess a more hidden part of yourself. And then third question, similar to the Chinese zodiac, the 12 astrological signs have a specific order as well. Which sign comes first? A, Aquarius, B, Leo, or C, Aries? are you looking at?
No, I was just looking
I
at
know,
Are
I
you
know. Aries, Aries. It's me.
So
It's
that's
me. It's me.
Yes.
It's me.
Yes. No cheating, kids. Okay.
No, he's probably doing something else.
No.
Pay
So you're-
attention in class, kids.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, yes, C, Aries. Actually, do you guys know the order of the zodiac? Like from after Aries?
Does it go from January?
It's Taurus, right?
Or is
No,
it
no,
like
no,
an
no.
order?
Taurus.
Yeah, Aries, Taurus. No, because so Aries starts from like end of March,
Okay.
so that's the first.
Okay.
And then Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then Aquarius, and then Pisces, finally. We'll know when we're editing this if I missed one out. But yeah, so next question. Number 4. Which sign comes last? A.
Just told us.
Just don't.
Oh,
Have you
that's such a
were you
fail.
listening though? Were you listening though?
Okay.
It's not like I remember.
Okay.
Don't. Yeah.
Okay, actually, okay, then I won't.
No.
Wait, I won't read out the choices. Then,
No, read
if
out
I-
the choices.
No, because you heard me,
Right,
right?
don't
Were you
remember.
listening in class?
What are you again?
It's Aquarius.
It's P.
Right?
No, it's the fish.
No, that's her. It's
Wait.
Pisces, right?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pisces,
what's
yeah.
Aquarius then?
It's the one before Pisces, second to last.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Even though I didn't know the name of it.
surprisingly.
Good job. Good
Okay,
job.
yeah. All right. So number 5. What animal represents Aries? A. Ram, B. Goat, or C. Sheep?
Wow.
I did the same thing. I know it's ram. Or wrong.
What's your answer? No, I won't say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Hey.
Okay, yeah, so it's Ram. Yay.
Yay.
And then, okay, each sign, number 6, each sign belongs to one of the 4 elements: fire, earth, air, water. Which element does Aries belong to?
Why is it always Aries? I know all the answers because I'm an Aries.
Well, because you're on the show. So, I mean, on this
Fire.
episode.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll call this a tie because like,
Yeah.
you knew this anyway.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Okay, that is it for the pop quiz.
Mm.
I was not keeping count of
We'll
the
figure out
score.
when you're
Draw.
Yeah,
Draw.
You'll figure
It's a
out
draw.
more editing. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you guys know like more than I thought you guys would.
Thank you.
Just the general
Just
knowledge.
general, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the end of the pop quiz, but I think
Mhm.
just to keep the Q&A style flowing,
Mhm.
do you know which ancient civilization invented the astrology system?
Well, according to the outline, it's Babylonians, right?
Yeah. You didn't read that off my screen, did you?
No, but I read the outline.
Oh, okay.
What's the outline?
Also, you
I didn't know, obviously.
very studious.
Yeah.
Very studious,
Try
you
to
can
come
see.
prepared, yo.
Very studious student.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so the 12 star signs, like the way that they're categorized is they just have different behavioral tendencies. So like each star sign represents a certain set of personality traits, and that's essentially what it is. That's why, even if people love talking about, like, I mean, that's why people love talking about star signs. Like, oh, you're this star sign, that totally makes sense now. Just as like a conversational topic rather than something like, rather than a hard science to believe in. Yeah. Each, like, apart from your main sign, so like Aries, Pisces, Virgo, that's actually called your sun sign. Whereas there are different, that's not your only sign that you have, although that's your main sign that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
So there's also, your moon sign, as we covered in the quiz, and then your ascendant or rising, which, like, these 3 are the most important aspects that people usually pay attention to. But then there are also other planets. So what's your Venus sign? What's your Mercury sign? And, I mean, the point of all these different, I guess, planetary signs is I feel like I'm losing you guys.
No.
Okay. Yeah. But but yeah. So for instance, Venus actually represents how you express affection,
Okay.
like love, like different sorts of love.
Writing notes.
Writing notes. And then Mercury is how you prefer to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah, in general.
Mhm.
So it is yeah, there's a lot on that we can cover in another episode.
Okay.
But yes, that is the introductory to Astrology 101.
So
But
how is it like determined? Like is it all about the date of birth and the location? Is that are they the main
yes.
kind of influence?
Yeah. So I mean the location, well, I mean, first of all, obviously your birthday, birth month, birth year is, like you need all those three there for, to determine your, I guess, astrology profile. But I think for the ascendant sign, you need your birth time, at least like the hour. As close as possible. And then that's, yeah, so I think without the birth time you can't really you don't really know your rising. But otherwise, yeah, so because you guys took the test, who would like to share what the results are?
Yeah, are you going to give us an explanation on
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so free explanation because I'm not
Yeah.
certified. I don't have the qualification. But yeah, so I guess we can start off with your sun, moon, and rising.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. So both my sun and moon signs are Aries. And then my ascendant is actually Virgo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, well, I mean, we can
It's
start.
like a new language to me, so I'm just like doing it
I
slowly.
see a lot of
Because
highlights.
very
I see a lot of
professional.
highlights.
It's like when I see all these stars, it just reminds me of Sailor Moon.
Well, I mean, Sailor Moon and like
Yeah, the solar system
Yeah,
and everything, right?
It's like, I'm Saturn, like I'm Sailor Saturn.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay. So Aries, and Virgo.
So, I mean, with Aries, they're generally known to be sort of, because they come first in the astrology system, right? So they're sort of like the babies of
Babies.
That's what I thought too, but I guess not.
No, but I mean, it's not like they're childish or although it is part.
I'm glad you went first.
It's part of the personality description. But I mean, Aries tend to be more spontaneous, especially because they're a fire sign, right? So it's like bursts of energy. And like they tend to be quite honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so less likely to be, deceptive or emotionally manipulative, like that sort of thing.
Okay.
And then I guess the difference between sun and moon is that sun is kind of, I guess, is a lifelong is the most prominent set of personality traits that you'll have, whereas the moon is like, it changes, I guess, when you're growing up. But I think, like, if your Aries is in moon as well, that means you don't like it when the other person is sort of really wishy-washy. Is that accurate?
Is that accurate?
No, sometimes I feel like I'm the wishy-washy one.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, indecisiveness isn't, like, I mean, it's not what Aries is known to be, but it's not completely out of the picture either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think I was reading the report, right, after I took the test last night, and then it says if Aries is with ascendant Virgo, it's like, I think when you have different combination, you be less prominent, right? I mean, your sun and moon characters will shift depending on your other other star signs.
Yeah. Oh wow! I didn't know you were getting into that much. Yeah. Yes. That's pretty much it. So, if your first, like your rising is in Virgo, right? So the impression you give to everyone else is you're very you like to be organized.
Yeah.
And sometimes a bit nitpicky.
Yeah.
So, would you say your rising is more accurate than your sun sign?
A little bit, yeah, because according to report it says when Aries with ascendant Virgo, you tend to be more particular, ordered, mild-mannered, at least in appearance.
Yeah.
Than other Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I was reading the description about having sun sign and the moon sign as Aries, I agree a little bit, but there are also some disagreeing parts when they were when I was reading about the description. I mean, I was reading the descriptions. So yeah, it makes a little bit more sense when I was reading other parts when they're talking about like your ascendant.
Yeah.
Etc. Yeah.
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 Because this report is quite long, so I think their strategy is to just say all the possible personality traits that you have, and then you can just pick and choose.
I just thought we had really like a good depth in character. So
yeah, my life story. My life
just like Avril Lavigne.
Good.
Let's see how you can cut
That's
that part out.
That's a good one.
No, but I'm sure like that it's so complicated. That's why they need to develop such a complicated system.
It is
to decipher each person's personality.
So there's so many different combinations, right? So
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Every person is unique.
I kind of like that though, because I always didn't like these things where I thought you just get pigeonholed into
one,
like a stereotype.
Yeah.
And it's honestly just because like you were born at that time. But I didn't know it was so specific, but like that doesn't really make sense. But when you read the stuff, because it's always like it seems like they cover everything, so it's hard to like for it to not cover what you feel you are. But now you've said that, and maybe that is the point, is that it's actually quite much more complex, and you actually have to know all the methodology behind it to get the most specific. Which is interesting. I think that's and it's hard because when you read it, you kind of you think you know who what your personality is, but there might be hidden parts of it, which is always interesting.
It's like you would have thought that you're a certain personality type, but then when it comes to specific aspect like expressing yourself, like communication, you realize that it's not really like that sun sign, because there are like
other things, right?
there are other things that govern that aspect of your life.
That's quite interesting. And you say all of this was developed way back, like or has it kind of evolved?
I wanted to ask that question too, because it's so complicated, right? How can they come up with such a sophisticated system in the beginning?
That's a very good question, to which I do not know the answer to. Even though I'm not certified.
You would assume somehow it evolved as well, right?
I think
add to it and.
I mean it definitely, because I did write a little. I did some research, obviously, into this, but I think I didn't really see how much it evolved, like the system itself evolved, but I know that, like, for each generation, the dates that govern each star sign have shifted. Because the solar system the orbit changed a bit.
Like, some years ago, I remember they were like saying there was actually a 13th sign.
Oh yeah. It starts with an O. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But then they at one point, I remember they were saying that there's a 13th sign, but then nobody really like recognized it after a while. So it was just like everybody went back to sticking to 12.
It's like just ignore this.
Because if there's 13, then everyone moves, right? So you could have been
everybody shifts.
Because I'm on the border. So it doesn't mean I get to move to the next one. Or,
Libra.
And it's weird because like I think 12 months, right? So everybody would have every sign would have like a month in length. but then if there's 13 months, then it's kind of like shorter than a month. So I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, so I think I saw that news, but only a few weeks ago because it came like it sort of popped up on my feed again. But the thing is funny, it's so funny because I was also panicking because I only recently found out about the 13th sign.
Right.
And I just did a bit of digging, right? And then NASA said, "Oh no, everything is okay. You're still it's still the 12 star sign."
Okay.
Which is quite funny that NASA had felt the sort of public service announcement
Of an astrology topic.
Yeah, because they're more astronomy, not astrology, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
When you say you were worried because you had made like decisions in life based on what you were?
No, because to be honest, I was quite proud of. Because because I identify with my sign so much already. I wouldn't say proud, but it's just I felt attached to my star sign.
But do you make decisions like how there's compatibility and stuff? So would you say like because you know you're incompatible with another sign, would that kind of play into like your decision making or making friends and stuff?
No,
not to that extent.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Because I always like.
Good.
Oh yeah. No. I'm.
Which one is
yes or no?
Pop quiz.
No. I mean, I
Yeah.
read my horoscope just to when I feel like it. So if I feel like emotionally in turmoil, then I'll read it
when
just
you're lost.
to when I feel lost.
Yeah.
Then I'll read it to just calm myself down, but I won't make decisions based on what the horoscope tells me, if that makes sense. Because I feel like the horoscopes act more of a motivational quote rather than like I see it in that light rather than actually trusting the accuracy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What's your moon sign? That's the emotional one.
Yes. My moon sign is Aries.
Oh,
So
hi.
yeah, hello.
Hey, and my sun sign is Virgo.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Just like relate.
So we all have something in common.
Yeah.
Or not really, I don't know. Well, explain.
So
it's like
So basically, like Virgo, your rising is Virgo, right?
Right.
So you want to present yourself as a Virgo-like person.
so you want to present yourself like me?
yeah, I just want to be Wang, yo. I just
You're a
want to
role
be Wang.
model.
But my ascendant is Aquarius.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So Aquarius.
Okay.
Yeah. So Aquarius. I mean, just the sign itself.
My moon is Leo.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
Oh.
I don't know what the
Leo.
combo is though.
Yeah, so, okay, well, I mean, going with Aquarius first,
Okay.
Aquarius people are usually known to be, like, they don't like to follow the status quo.
Oh yes.
Yeah, don't like to be mainstream. So, I guess if you were to compare, a lot of people do this, like they compare Aquarius to the 1970s, where it was like the hipster during the hipster movement.
Right.
It's like, like go with the flow, like let go of any expectations, like that sort of vibe.
Question the tradition and
The
authority.
hippie.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
hippie
Yeah, basically Aquarius people are usually the hippie of the.
I'm not
Are you?
Oh, you want to present yourself as hippie?
Just to be the boss and the baby.
I want to present myself as being particular.
These are very inspiring. Okay, I like that. The hippie.
The inspiration for your closet.
I need to buy some
No,
new
but
clothes.
like to be honest, I think all these make you
So this is-
more aware of. who
Yeah.
you
So
are.
this is about first impression, right?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
impression
Okay,
and
okay.
or how you want to carry yourself.
Oh, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like
That's
that. I
nice.
like that.
And then
Radical,
you.
maverick. Bigger one, better, worse.
And then your moon in Leo. So Leo, I mean, they get a bad rep for being very attention seeking because like, oh me, look at me. So
I'm not sitting in the middle.
Oh!
And the fact that you pointed it out.
You recognize that?
Yes, I do.
But yeah. So, but to be fair, they're usually the life of the party. So like.
Yeah.
So that's like the flip side of the same coin.
Okay. So.
Yeah, but I mean emotionally, it means that you do tend to focus on yourself a bit more, like or on your own emotional needs, which is a very good thing. Like it should be healthy. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Leo Moon. Was there anything else you picked up in the reading?
No, I like this. Like, hippie and life of the party. That's the two takeaways.
Emotionally, the life of the party.
No, I kind of. I was reading the sun sign and
Virgo, right?
Virgo one, but I think because the Virgo one always gets. Well, I don't know. Like I don't really know much about it, but it seems to get the bad rep of being like perfectionists and stuff like that. So nobody wants to hang out with you because you're so nitpicky. Or yeah. So, but then this one had some good descriptions, which I took some of it down. So, like hardworking, respectable. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it's nice to see different different takes on it. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, because I think Virgo is definitely, because in Cantonese it's called 處女座, right?
Yeah.
So what that means is like, they tend to not take criticism too lightly. So just easily discouraged from criticism. But I think but then the hardworking aspect of Virgos tend to compensate for that, so in fact motivates them to work harder. So yeah, I mean Virgo is definitely
That's true.
especially in the workplace, a very beneficial star sign
That's
to
actually
have.
true, right?
Yeah.
You like to prove people wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, so that's how I think it's a little bit of a Virgo characteristic, playing in the part of you in a workplace.
Right, your ones.
Right. So my sun sign is a Pisces, and then moon in Aries, and then ascendant in Taurus. So I mean we covered moon in Aries, right? So pretty much as I mentioned earlier, like don't like it when things or people are wishy-washy. I guess because you said, I remember you mentioned that indecisiveness you're okay with, and sometimes you feel indecisive yourself, but I think actually what I meant by wishy-washiness was when, I mean it's okay if people aren't indecisive, I mean there's a lot of choices out there, right? But what I really can't stand is when you feel that the other person knows what they want, but they always try to cover it up to say something else. Like, oh no, I don't know, and I'm just like, no, you do know. You just said it. Like that. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you get that? So like I really don't like it when other people try to like save face and say something that they think I want to hear, but like clearly they don't think that way. Yeah.
You'd rather just.
Yeah, just say it. I'm a big girl. I can take it. Like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, but I was reading the report last night, and then I have a tendency to want to be well liked.
Yeah.
So I try not to I catch
yeah.
people like doing this because I would worry that they would not like me if I pointed out to them. It's like, come on, you know what you want, but you know.
So isn't that like a natural conflict? Because it's just.
I'm like
Yeah.
internal struggle every day. Yeah, I realize it's a little bit contradictory in my ascendant and my moon and stars, moon and sun stars. Yeah.
Maybe if you go deeper into the houses there, or like.
Yeah. That's why I try to understand more, because like it's a little bit contradictory, and then just it makes sense when I was reading a little bit more about the report.
Yeah, 'cause I mean Aries and Virgo, they do have quite a few contradictory traits, so I mean it makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
For me it's like because basically Pisces, Aries, Taurus, that's like a water sign, a fire sign, and an earth sign. So that's like a lot of conflicts there already.
Yeah.
And I mean, just briefly explaining, like, my sun sign Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
We're the last sign of the zodiac, so we're kind of like
Old.
The adults.
no.
As opposed to everything a baby.
No, actually, briefly, like, no, Virgo is sort of the sixth sign, I think. Yeah, sixth sign. So they're kind of in like 30s.
Millennial.
Yeah, so like they're at that like getting the hang of being an adult, and then like trying to they have a system in place where like I know when I do this that this works for me, and then everything has to be like a certain way, like done a certain way. So that's very typical of Virgo. And then for Pisces, we're the very last, so we've basically like kind of on the verge of dying. Like kind of knocking on like
Wow, this is like
It can be happy and sad depending on how you look at it.
No, sorry, just like let me rephrase that. So basically kind of like in between Earth and
Heaven.
they're basically the spiritual realm.
Right.
So like when all the souls are being
I
reborn and
get it.
stuff.
So you've kind of what's the English for it? Like you know everything, you've seen everything. so-
Like there is a certain
It's
sort
just
of
how-
Yeah.
like there's a certain wisdom. I mean, obviously, like it doesn't compensate for lack of experience, like
Right.
actual experience, but there
Right.
is a sort of emotional wisdom that's naturally there. But also because like a Pisces has a bit of every sign, like put into one. So like personality traits. So like Pisces, it's easier for Pisces to understand.
You have more empathy.
And like easier to empathize with like
people.
different people.
Right. Okay.
So that's like the pros of Pisces, but the cons of Pisces is that we tend to take on a lot of emotional baggage that doesn't even belong to us. So then like it bottles up, and then like it leads to a lot of kind of just a lot of sadness as well, because I like tend to just a lot of internal emotional struggle with how to contain all this emotion. So I don't know if this probably doesn't apply to all Pisces, but with all the other Pisces that I know, we cry a lot very easily. So if we watch a movie, like we'll cry really easily, and then like if we're under a lot of stress or really tired, we just cry. Like so it's just as an outlet to let let go of all the energy
baggage.
that we've built. So that's like a con. And also we're very escapist, so we love to escape reality, which is I guess whether it's a good or bad thing really depends on the situation.
That's why you like to play Animal Crossing.
I was
Yes.
thinking about that.
I've been gaming a lot, like in my free time. There's a lot of screen time, which has led to a lot of headaches. I should really rein in on that.
The baggage is standing up again.
Yeah, so that's Pisces, and then with my Taurus rising, like ascendant. Well, I mean, what do you guys know about Taurus? Do you know?
Stubborn.
Yeah, that's.
Which one is Taurus?
Taurus is.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hardworking as well. Hardworking.
Is that right, or is that just a
Chinese zodiac?
Persistent.
No, I think that's more the Chinese zodiac.
No.
But I mean, actually, I need to look up on that. I just know that Tauruses are more known to be materialistic.
Interesting.
But like, sort of. I guess you could take it either. You love to buy things, or like it could be an unhealthy. But there's also like the healthier version is just
enjoying life.
Just knowing how to enjoy life, like indulging. Indulgence. Like it could be free, like free, like a walk in the park.
Yeah. You want to live life to the fullest.
Yeah. That's my rising.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure like every characteristics of these signs, there's a good and a bad side to
definitely.
Each characteristic.
I realize I'm only reading the good stuff. So.
Because you can't take criticism.
I was gonna say self-centered. It's the Leo and the Virgo working together. Hey, why? Why read the bad things? I just feel happy about it, right? Live the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting because Aries is supposed to be natural athletes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you
Why?
you do exercise regularly?
Yeah. Why do you not think you're the natural athlete?
Because I actually don't play much sports besides going to the gym these days. Well, I can't even go to the gym anymore because of COVID-19, but
Yeah.
you know.
No, but you're a natural. It doesn't mean
Oh.
Maybe you're just
Lazy.
under
I'm lazy, but I learned to play sports
the
very
talent
easily.
is there, but you just
Yeah.
haven't utilized
I
it.
know,
So
right?
there we go.
Damn.
Yeah, it should be new like 20 years
I know. I should utilize this aspect of being an Aries. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean also like they usually enjoy very like active.
Yeah.
Just being
physically,
active,
yeah.
right? So I mean, yeah, going to the gym counts.
Yeah,
Definitely counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are both married, right? So
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
know your spouse's star
Yeah.
sign?
Yeah.
Do you think you guys?
So I wanted to ask that, like, what's
Yeah,
the
before, right?
compatibility? thing? So, like,
Compatibility.
because my wife and my daughter are both Scorpio. Yeah, so.
Stop laughing.
Why are you laughing? Is that not a good?
You make us think like
Yeah.
what happened there?
No,
Wrong life
Positive,
decision
only
made.
one positive things, please.
no, because I just remember. Like I know, I'm not that familiar with compatibility actually. Let's search this up. No,
That's
no,
her way of
Good.
not kidding.
What's yours? What's your wife's?
My wife is a Leo as a sun sign, so we're both like fire.
How do you know which one is? How do you know which one is Sun? What's Virgo?
or Earth.
Earth.
Earth. So very grounded. Also, there's another element to this. Is like apart from elements, there's also, I forgot what the category is called, but there are 3 other sections. So it's called fixed, cardinal, and mutable. So like, with each element.
The burden is adding. This burden is adding
I
to my
can see a bit of 眼淚 in your.
No, I'm not crying again. I'll cry at the episode.
Wait, so what is this fixed, cardinal and mutable?
Mutable.
Part of
Yeah.
the report.
I saw these.
How do
these
you know
words.
that is fire and stuff? Is there something in the
Because there's fire. She said it like fire, earth.
No, but how do you know which one is which?
Oh,
Like, how do you know?
I came across it earlier. I know Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. I'm not.
Yeah.
Let me search it up.
Ooh.
What's Leo? What's
A
Leo?
student.
No, because my huh?
What's Leo?
Leo is also
Fire.
fire. Yeah.
Fire.
Because my family's like, in my like my original family, like my parents and my sister, they are all like fire signs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. But
So you're all
The
fire?
house is on fire.
You're all fire?
The house
we are
is
all
on
very
burning.
hot. That's all I can say.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And so is my wife and myself now. We're both fire.
You're
So we
attracted
are.
to-
Oh, wow.
So we are both very hot, I guess.
You always surround yourself.
What can I say?
You always surround yourself with hot people.
I know.
Some
Wow.
water. You need some water in your life. Balance it out.
Yeah.
Maybe interesting.
No, but what about the fixed, cardinal, and mutable? What are those what is that category?
Yeah, so you know how like each element, like there are 3 signs, right? As you mentioned, like Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. So that's the same for each other element, right? Because it divides.
Yep.
12 divided by
4.
4.
Is 3. Yeah.
So that's the 3. That's the part. So for each element, each sign has a different, like is either cardinal, fixed, or mutable. I guess like cardinal, mutable, fixed describes the mood.
Okay. So cardinal is kind of like sparks.
Sparks, like I guess initiative, like more active.
Okay.
Yeah, active. Oh, I don't know why it took me so long to get to that word.
Okay.
But very active. And then
Uh-huh.
fixed is as it is fixed. So fixed fire is
Leo. It says. It says Leo.
Leo. Oh yeah, fixed. And
Just
then
saw the chart. And so what does that mean?
like fixed fire is
Always burning. Very
just like
passionate.
eternal flame.
Oh,
Kind of like
just
eternal
like the song.
flame. Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I got it.
Stole the moment.
eternal. Is that the atomic?
Close your eyes.
Darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mutable means it can be vanished.
Change, always
Like
changing.
changed. Like can be moved,
Okay.
changed,
Okay.
adaptable.
Adaptable.
Yeah.
So is there one better than the other, or is
No,
just
no,
it
no.
is what it is?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
Exactly.
You're on two opposite
Yeah, no.
spectrums.
Again, internal struggle every day.
Cardinal fire for Aries, and then mutable earth for Virgo.
Mutable earth.
Yeah. So it's like
So, yeah.
clay.
Ah.
Yeah, like you can form
Oh,
the.
you what?
I mean, that's part of like.
I don't know. It's like when I think about like, you know, like changeable form of
What's in
earth, it's like soil and dirty, you know?
Isn't that all earth signs though? That's rude.
No, but if you're just like fixed in one form of soil, I mean earth, then you're just kind of like there.
Hey, no, it's also
Snow is like
Snow is
Water.
water.
That's clearly the app student right here.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were a Virgo.
No, I have this other signs.
I know.
I thought Aquarius was water, but it's actually air.
Yeah, it's air. Yeah. People.
So I'm getting all confused now.
Yeah, because Aquarius is represented by water, right? Vades, right?
But these four elements actually kind of describe that. Let's say fire actually kind of describes, you know, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So what is air like?
So with fire, it's
very
like
intuitive, right? Fire is just like
very
Yeah.
like in your face.
yeah.
Just you like that feeling of very energy, like a lot of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then with air, it sort of represents the more intellectual
Oh.
side. So a lot of air signs like to have intellectual conversations, or at least thrive on them. Like even if they don't talk a lot, they like listening to very insightful things. So yeah, so that's like your Aquarius rising.
Oh,
Very always like to bring
the
insight.
thinker.
Yeah, the thinker.
They energize themselves through intellectual conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel very energized now.
I like to pretend to.
Yeah,
Like,
that's good. Perception is reality. So
yeah. I thought I'm like okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you're just
so
thinking of
that's-
songs to kind of put into the conversation.
Yeah.
We're very
yeah.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
Fire, the
Yeah.
fire and the spark.
Okay, so air is like intellectual,
Yeah.
kinda, and then earth,
Earth is like grounded, like always.
practical.
Yeah, very practical.
Yep.
And like usually very steady, like value stability, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And then with water is just emotions everywhere.
Daughter and wife. Also, Scorpio is water.
No, but emotion is different from fiery, right? I guess.
Fire. I mean, fire is more about energy, action,
Oh, okay.
like liveliness.
Okay.
Liveliness. I think
Okay.
that's the
You
word
have a lot
for
of
it.
this stuff. You have
You think
the
so?
Aries and the fire is.
Yeah,
But
but then
it's always like active, natural athlete.
But I'm not like.
Maybe
I don't
you
know.
are. Maybe you are.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I
why.
haven't tapped into that.
Maybe that's your
that
internal
aspect.
conflict. Like, that's the your real you is conflict.
Unleash the liveliness in me.
With like the Big Bang.
I know.
Cardinal fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess like after you know about your sign and reading the reports, it's a matter of how you utilize
That knowledge of
that
yourself.
knowledge of
right?
yourself and how,
Yeah.
because you know how to make yourself feel comfortable or how to make the best use out of that trait.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, the
Yeah.
motivation, right? You read it for motivation sometimes. So like
Yeah.
for-
The horoscope, and also like self-reflection.
Try to
right?
justify why you cry so much, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
Yes,
I'm not
yeah.
saying crying is a bad thing, right? But then sometimes you would question yourself why you cry.
Yeah.
And but then it's like having the knowledge of like, you know, your sign is actually like a very emotional sign, kind of justifies like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's just part of the trait of being in astrology.
Yeah, because not like no one wants to be bad, right? I guess like to simply put, it's all just
Perspective.
like like sometimes a lot of like sort of not so nice behavior is unintentional, right? So yeah, I mean reading this stuff just makes me feel more human. You know, it's okay to be human, basically. That's what I feel when I'm reading this stuff.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good in interactions as well, because then you can
Oh,
like,
that's true.
because I think this person is just like that because maybe because of the sign.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or a philosophical question again. Would you think that going to look for answers in astrology is your way of escaping reality?
I mean,
Or is
kind of.
or is the other way around? You try to find reality in astrology. Sorry, it's very philosophical.
Oh wow! Curveball
no, I think so.
question.
I think so. There must be a reason you like a lot of these, like tarot
Yeah.
cards. I mean, you want to understand personalities and
Yeah.
characters and stuff, right?
Because I think there's something. I think it's the very enchanting aspect of it. It's more of an aesthetic reason rather than whether or not it's accurate or real. It's. I think to be honest, the fact that there's not a lot of hard science to back this up, like a little but not a lot, actually makes me even want to talk about it even more, if that makes sense. Like that's the, I guess, escapism part in me, because I think it's the language of use as well, right? Like if let's say this was all based on hard science, and I say, oh, your selfishness rate is like 88 out of 100, and then your generosity is like 55 out of 100. Like if I heard my report, like my personality in quantitative metrics like that, I wouldn't like it. Like I, even if it was accurate, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
No, but like, I don't know about Western zodiac, but Chinese astrology, a lot of people think that it's actually a system of statistics. It's not really superstition, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same for the astrology part in the Western society.
Yeah. Well, it is. There are statistics,
Yeah.
but when people talk about it, they don't refer to it because it means nothing. Like, if you read it, it means nothing. It's just a way to generate. I mean, it's kind of like when you take a personality quiz.
Yeah.
The results are, like they don't show you the numbers exactly. They just show you an interpretation of those numbers, right? But I think it's the same for the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The basis is also
The basis is still numbers.
whereas this is also numbers, right? Because it's
yeah.
like where you're born, and so the location has a particular number
Yeah.
and the time and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So.
like the time zone.
Time zone.
It's big data.
Yeah, it's big
No,
data.
there's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were doing that research on the star sign app, right?
Oh yeah, CoStar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you like if you like star signs, you for sure know that app. Because you can actually see what your other friends' horoscopes as well, like what they're going through in life, emotionally.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why it's a nice conversational thing. Like, oh, are you okay? I'm checking up on you because like I see according to the CoStar app, you're suffering a bit on the at work today, like things like that.
I see.
That's quite nice actually. I quite like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to pause. I need to go to the washroom.
Okay.
Can I borrow a card?
Yeah.